Okay, this is going to be a short one. Donald Trump 2028 hats. Beautiful. The Trump's official store is now selling these.
These Trump 2028 hats, only weeks after President Donald Trump said he's not joking about possibly running for a third term. We'll have more on all of this coming up.
Oh, here we go. But for
good stuff,
Frenzy,
good stuff.
yeah.
This is assuming, of course, that he lives to get to 2028. We can certainly hope that he stays in good health, of course, because he's our president, and I would want the best for him, of course. Of course, is what I meant to say. Anyway, yeah, so this goes against the Constitution of the United States, the 22nd Amendment to be exact. No person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice, and no person who has held the office of president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected president shall be elected to the office of president more than once. So I'm of two minds on this, right? Now, obviously, Donald Trump is a fascist leader, and if I were to give anybody more than 2 terms, it would not be him. The only reason that he is pushing for a third term and beyond is because he wants to be a dictator. He wants to be a king. He's already demonstrating that just today. It is April 25th, and just this morning, he had a judge arrested for basically going against him, like for disagreeing with him. Literally just had this judge. I don't know very much about the exact details of the case, but it is happening. They're arresting judges now simply for disagreeing with Donald Trump and trying to impede him from being a dictator. So when Donald Trump does this, it is simply because he wants to be a king and a dictator and do whatever he wants. He likes being in charge, etc. My other thing is, I'm not necessarily against presidents being able to run for a third or fourth term. You know, like that's not my problem, and I'd be willing to change the Constitution to, you know, increase the number of terms that presidents can serve. Because in my head, it's like, right, if you like the president, I see no reason why they couldn't serve like 3, 4, or even 5 terms. You know, I just if they're doing a good job, like what's the problem? We need term limits on more offices, not less. I don't know. I'm back and forth about it. I understand why we have term limits. It's to keep things fresh and make sure that like we don't have like one person in charge for too long of a period. But like, if you think about it, like the Supreme Court in many ways has more power than the president does, and they serve for life. They don't even get like re-elected into office. They just get appointed and then it's done.
He's shitting on another Trump legal matter, and I figured you like the slop content. Also, I figure it'd probably even be beneficial to increase term length to 6 years and keep limit to 2.
Thank you for another 100 biddies, James with the Z. Yeah, I appreciate it. So, like, I'm not necessarily against discussions about changing this amendment of the Constitution, but for the people who claim to be, like, so pro-Constitution and protecting the Constitution, they really don't, they really don't like the Constitution, do they? Like, it literally says... I think Donald Trump is literally quoted as saying, like, I don't like the Constitution or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But like he's spoken out against the Constitution before. They hate free speech. They hate due process. They hate term limits. And that's all laid out very clearly in the Constitution. So I did want to pull this up as well. So this was uploaded by one of my lovely editors and also my sibling, Guitar Rocker, on the Alec Gunter Clips channel. If you're not already... Why am I not subscribed to my own fucking Clips channel? If you're not already subscribed to the Alec Gunter Clips channel, go subscribe now, or else bad things will happen to you. I will push bad juju onto you. But anyway, Trump is not a dictator. 1 minute, 32 seconds. Let's take a look.
I said, no, other than day one. We're closing the border. And we're drilling. After that, I'm not a dictator, okay?
The Trump store, the official retail site of the Trump organization, started selling these Trump 2028
Good stuff.
hats only weeks after President Donald Trump said he's not joking about possibly running for a third term.
I've raised a lot of money for the
He said he'd terminate the Constitution. Good stuff.
next race that I assume I can't use for myself, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't know. I think I'm not allowed to run again. I'm not sure. Am I allowed to?
Oh, good. I'm glad that I'm glad that Donald Trump is very well informed about this nation's federal laws and the Constitution. He's very well read on the Constitution, clearly. I'm glad this man is in charge of our country.
Run again? You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out.
Oh,
and
good.
vote.
Voting was
In
a pain
4 years,
anyway.
You don't have to vote
Good.
again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
Trump also
Good.
posted,
Voting was a pain anyway. I don't like participating in democracy, so that's good. That's
quote,
pretty cool.
"Long live the king" yesterday, while aiming to get rid of New York City's congestion pricing. The White House following up with doctored images.
Good
Trump
stuff.
ignoring the Supreme Court's order to bring back Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
I have no idea who this is. Can I, Guitar Rocker, can you tell me who this is so I can credit them? Here's the Constitution thing. I'll pull this up while you... Okay, Philip DeFranco, thank you. Why'd you link me a 20-minute shark video? Oh, well, I can read the... I guess this is the easiest way to get the tweet. With the revelation of massive and widespread fraud and deception and working closely with big tech companies, the DNC, and the Democrat Party... Do you throw the presidential election results of 2020 out and declare the rightful winner, or do you have a new election? A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for... I'm half-assing that voice so hard. Allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Our great founders did not want and would not condone false and fraudulent elections. Yeah. So yeah. The termination of the Constitution is what he said right here. Yeah, the founders wrote the Constitution knowing that, like... some orange asshole 300 years from then would decide to terminate it because reasons, I guess. Shark, my goat. I love Shark. I look forward to his next upload, which is definitely coming.
After they wrongly sent him to El Salvador's so-called torture prison.
Good stuff. Tweeted by Donald Trump himself. We gave him the Infinity Potion. He is now immortal. He shoved the op fruit down a 10-year-old's gullet and forced him to perform the eternal youth surgery, thus sacrificing the child's life so that he could be immortal. So I appreciate the money. It's just like every time it comes through, I'm thrown off and distracted and I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I guess like for people who want to so fervently defend the Constitution, it certainly seems like they do not actually like or defend the Constitution. I would say they're actually quite on the offense against the Constitution. So, just more disingenuous activity from the conservatives, as always.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.